Hello friends, we are solving some of the doubts of the chapter statistical description of data. There is a set A, question number is 10. First, the age of the person. Age of the person, what is your age? 54 years, 35 years, 22 years, is it alright? Sir, it is a discrete variable, the answer is no, is it alright? I tell you my age. So what is my age? 30 years, 2 months, 5 days, months, 5 days, 3 hours, 2 seconds, 2 minutes, 3 seconds, 2 microseconds, and so on and on and on. Can I count it exactly? What is my date of birth? The answer is no. Age of the person is which variable? Continuous variable, because it cannot be measured exactly. When you say your age is 22 years, it is an approximate answer. It is not a discrete variable, it is a continuous variable. The best method to collect data in the case of natural calamities. Natural calamities, say COVID-19. I want to collect a data of the reactions of the persons who have affected with COVID-19. What is the best method is go to them and interview with them. Yes, it is difficult, but it is one of the best method. Indirect interview, you might not be getting correct answer. Questionnaire method, he might not give you the real situation of that. Direct observation method is not possible. You might be there, you might not be there, or what is going through you cannot. What is the correct answer is personal interview. Distribution of shares. All right. Now shares cannot be divided into two parts. One share cannot be divided into two parts. So when I tell you that I am giving you or selling you or purchasing 10 shares, it is exactly 10 shares. So it will be termed as discrete variable. Increase the thickness of it. It will be exactly discrete variable. We're going to next. For a particular class boundary, less than cumulative frequency and more than cumulative frequency add up to. Now, less than cumulative frequency and more than cumulative frequency, forget about this. Is it alright? If you draw less than cumulative frequency table, your last answer will be total frequency. The answer is total frequency. Sir, then why more than cumulative frequency? If you find out more than frequency distribution table and write down from last, the first figure will be total frequency. So ultimately it adds to total frequency. Total frequency is the correct answer. Median of a distribution can be obtained from, alright. Now we will be learning median in the next chapter, which is measures of central tendency. Whenever you want to find out median, you will require lower class boundary, and a second column is cumulative frequency. Is it alright? Which two this you have also learned in your 11th and 12th standard. Is it alright? These two things are required to find out median. Less than cumulative frequency polygon and histograms deals with only frequency. Less than type argues deals with cumulative frequency, and hence less than type argues is the correct answer because it is a cumulative distribution. Right. I'm going further. Yes, frequency curve is a limiting form of, is it alright? Alright, I'm drawing some frequency polygon. Frequency for polygon will be looking like this. Histogram. The frequency curve will look something like this. Alright. So frequency curve is a short or a condensed form of frequency polygon also and histogram also. The correct answer is A and B. Let us go to some practical questions. I'll require some space. Let me create that. Out of 1000 persons, 25% were industrial workers. Now understanding this is somewhat typical. Is it alright? There are 1000 workers. 25% were industrial workers. What is 25% of 1000? Is 250 were industrial workers and the rest were agricultural workers. So 750 were agricultural workers. 300 persons enjoyed the World Cup match on TV. So total 300 persons have enjoyed World Cup match. 30% of the people who had not watched the World Cup matches were industrial workers. 30% of the people who has not watched World Cup match were industrial workers, multiplied by 30%. 300 into 30% is 210%. Industrial workers not watched World Cup. I'm writing it in short. So 210 workers were industrial workers who have not watched World Cup. Is it alright? How many total people have not watched World Cup is 300? So 90 people sorry, 300 watched World Cup. 30% of the people who has not watched World Cup were industrial workers. Alright. So how many have not watched World Cup? World Cup not watched into 30%. 7 3s are 21. So 210 people were industrial workers who have not watched World Cup. Is it alright? How many of the people were agricultural workers who has not watched World Cup? Will be 750. 700 not watch World Cup. 200 of 10 them were industrial workers. So 700 minus 210. Well, this will be 90 and 490. Is it 490 not watched World Cup and are agricultural workers. Let us see the question. What is the number of agricultural workers who have enjoyed the World Cup? Agricultural worker not enjoyed the World Cup 490. Total agricultural worker 750. So 750 agricultural worker not watched World Cup worker are 490. So agricultural worker who have enjoyed the World Cup will be 6 and 260. So 260 is the correct answer. This is how you can solve this question. This is also somewhat typical because the percentage given are in weird manner. A sample study of the people in an area, that total number of the women were 40%. Alright. So if there are 100 people in total, 40 are women, 60 are men. The percentage of coffee drinkers were 45 as a whole. So coffee drinker out of total persons were 45. Non-coffee drinker will be 55. Now this is important. Percentage of male coffee drinker were 20. See, what is the mistake which can be made? 60 multiplied by 20% are male coffee drinker. The answer is no. This percentage are given in total terms. The total male coffee drinker out of this were 20. So 20 were male coffee drinkers. 60 minus 20, 40 were male coffee non-drinkers. As coffee drinkers are total 45, male are 20, 25 will be woman coffee drinker, and 15 will be woman coffee non-drinker. Sorry. What are the percentage of the female non-coffee drinker? Female women non-coffee drinker is 15 out of, again normally we will take 15 divided by 40, but see what they are asking, what was the percentage calculated from total of this category, female non-coffee drinker. Female non-coffee drinker are 15 divided by 100 multiplied by 100 is 15. Percentage is nothing but B is the correct answer. Alright, this is also a question. It will require some space. Alright. Cost of the sugar in the month under the head of raw material, labor, direct production and others were 12, 20, 35 and 23. So what was the total cost? Sorry. Where is the one? Yes, over here. So what was the total cost is? 12 plus 20 plus 35 plus 23. So 5, 3, 10. 1, 2, 2, 4, 7, 9. Total cost is 90. What is the difference between the center angle for the largest and smallest component? What is the largest is 35, smallest is 12. So what is the difference first? 35 minus 12. It is 23. What is the total cost? 90. What is the difference in cost? 23. Now, we need to understand a specific form of chart. Which is pie chart. See, when we draw a pie chart, the circle is not very nice, but say it is a circle. Let me try to draw a good circle. That's it all. Now understand how we draw this pie chart. Is it alright? Say total number of people are 100. Is it alright? Let me take it 90 for making the question easy. The total people are 100. Is it alright? And say 45 of them drinks coffee. Is it alright? So if I want to take this 45 out of this total 90 in form of a pie chart, how we will be drawing it? Understand? I understand this is a 50%, right? Is it alright? But how to draw it is this: 45 out of total 90 multiplied by total degree in the circle is 360 degree. Is it alright? So 45 into 360 divided by 90 will be 180 degree. I will be drawing a 180 degree angle. 180 degree angle is a straight line. Can I easily draw an pie chart? These are coffee drinkers. Is it alright? So this is how I can find out the angle. What is required divided by total multiplied by 360. What is required is the difference. Difference between highest and lowest is 23. Out of total is 90. What is the total degree is 360 degree. Is it right? So 23 into 360 degree divided by 90 is 92 degree, and so this 92 degree is the correct answer. The following data relates to the marks of group of students. And now this is an easy question. Is it alright? Below 10 marks there are 15 students. Below 20 marks there are 38 students. Below 30 marks there are 65 students. Alright. Below 30 marks there are 65 students out of total 100 students. How many students gets more than 30 marks? Out of 100 students, below 30 marks there are 65 students. So above 30 marks there will be 35 students. 100 minus 35. This 100 minus this 65 is 35. This was an easy question. Is it alright? Why it is taken in doubts, I don't know. Alright. This is also a question which will require some more space. Alright. Believe me, the question is not difficult. In the study about the male and female student of the Commerce of Science and Department in a college of the 5 years, the following data were obtained. Now ultimately what we need to do is combine the data of both the years. Is it alright? After combining 1995 and 2000, if X denotes the ratio of female commerce students to female science students and Y denotes ratio of male commerce students to male science students, I will require female commerce students, female science students under both the cases, male commerce students and male science students in both the years. Is it right? So out of 3000, 70%. I am talking about 85. Out of 3000, 70%. 2100 were male student. 65% read commerce. 3000 into 65%. 1950 read commerce. So science was read by let me draw this. Male, female, commerce, science, total, grand total, commerce, science. Alright, this will be easy for 1995. Is it alright? Total there are 3000 number of students. 70% are male student, 2100. So 900 will be female student. 65% read commerce. So total commerce student where 65 into 3000 is 1950. So 35% might have read science. 1050. The total will match. This total and this total will always match. 20% of the female students read science. 20% of the female students read science. So this 20%, 9 to the 18, 180 student read science. Only this much information is required. I can fill up full chart. Is it alright? So this will be 1050 minus 180 will be 870. This will be 2100 minus 870, 1230. This will be 1230 minus 1950 will be 720. Similarly, you can prepare a chart for 2000. Commerce, science, total, male, female, grand total. Grand total will be 3600 students. 75% male student. 3600 into 75%, 2700 male students. Minus 3600, 900 female students. 50% of the male students read commerce. So 50% of the male student read commerce. 2700 into 0.5, 1350 read commerce. So 1350 will be reading science. Is it already? 40% of total students read science. 3600 into 40%. 1440 read science. 1440 minus 1350 is 90. 900 minus 90, 810. 1350 minus 810 is 540. Alright, let me find out the what they are asking. If X denotes, what is X? Ratio of female commerce students to female science students. Female commerce students 720, 810. 720 plus 810 divided by female science to female. Ratio is something divided by something, is it not? So in numerator, female commerce students to female science students. What, how many total will, now you need to combine the data, so I can total this out. Female science student is 180 plus 90, is it alright? This is female commerce, this is female science, and this is what X denotes. This is Y. Male commerce students to male science students. Male commerce students 1230 plus male commerce students 1350 divided by male science students. Male science students 870 plus male science student is 1350. Let me find out the answer. Is it alright? This is 80, 90, 270. 720 plus 810 divided by 270 is 5.66. It is 5.66, and this is 1350 1350 plus 870 is 2220, and 1230 plus 1350 is 2580. So 2580 divided by 2220 is 1.16. So X is greater than Y will be a correct answer. Is it alright? So just distribution is important. You just need to understand. You need to total out both the. Yes, it's a weird question, but it is not very difficult. Is it alright? Alright, this question, as we have solved other all questions, I want that this question you should solve it on your own. Is it? Now, after solving that percentage questions, this question will become somewhat easy. Is it alright? Let us solve other question. Alright. Say, the weight of 50 students in pounds are given below. If the data are arranged in the form of frequency distribution, then frequency for this 5 class you need to find out frequency. Yes, of last of this 5 class interval 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5th 161 to 180. You just need to find out frequency of this 5 class intervals. Now why this is in doubt I don't know, but this is easy. 161 to 80, 161 to 80, this will come, yes. 161 to 80, this will come, yes. 161 to 80, this will not come, this will not come, this will not come, this will not come. 161 to 180, this will come, yes. 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 161 to 180. How many numbers? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Once again, 4 plus 2 6 7 8 9 10. 1 2 3 4 5 2 3 4 5. All right. 161 to 180, both inclusive. 161 to 180. Have I missed out anything? 128, 161 to 180. 175. One more. 175. 4 plus 2 6 7 8 11. It should be 12. 161 to 180. Yes, 161. I might have missed out something. It was 160, right? 161. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is not a correct answer. Is it all right? So there is a mistake in this problem. Is it? Are they? Let me first prove that it is incorrect. There is 161 to 80. So this is not there. 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 No, 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 no. 161 to 180, it will not come. I'm talking about only last class interval, right? So how many yellow are there? Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are only 11 frequencies in this last class interval. This question given is incorrect. Is it alright? Even if this might match, this might match, this might match, my question is only matching. All 5 answers should match. This answer is incorrect. So ultimately, you should forget this question. Don't do this question. Is it alright? Alright. The following data relates to the marks of 48 students. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 6 are 48. Is it alright? What are the frequency densities for the class interval 30 to 39, 40 to 49, and 50 to 59? Is it alright? Here also, I think there is some mistake in the question. Let us first find out frequency densities for 30 to 39. See what is frequency density to 30 to 39. 38, 39, 36, 33, 30, 36, 38, 32, 35. How many of them are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is it alright? So what is the frequency density? No, the answer is correct. Is it alright? What is the frequency density? How we find out frequency density? What is the frequency in this class? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Frequency divided by class length. What is class length of 30 to 39 is 10. 9 into 10 multiplied by 100 is 0.90. 0.90 is the first answer only in D option. You should tick mark D option. Sir, in this type of cases, should we find out whether this answer and this answer is correct or not? The answer is no. Once you are confident with this, your calculation, you should go ahead with it. Start it. Fifth, again, the percentage of the frequency of the last 5 class interval. How to find out percentage of frequency? Frequency divided by total n or total frequency multiplied by 100. If it is density, you take class length over here. If it is not density, you take total frequency over here. A percentage of frequency is found out in this manner. What is the last? Now see the class interval divided. 31 to 33, 34 to 36, 37 to 39. Last 5. I am not talking about even last 5. I am talking about last. Which will be last class? I will tell you. 40 to 42, 43 to 45, 46 to 48, 49 to 51, 52 to 54, 55 to 57, 58 to 60. This will be my last class interval. That's all. How many of them will be there in this class interval? I have already found out. 59 and 15. These are the only things in this class interval. Is it all? So how many frequency? Last 2. What are the total frequencies? If the class interval are the total frequency, you need to calculate? No, it is given 50%. Is it all? Divided by 50 multiplied by 100 is not 2 divided by 50 is nothing but 4%. I have taken off last class. 4 answer is only in this option. You can tick mark A option and go ahead. We are going to additional question bank somewhat fast. Graph is, now graph is a line diagram. Sir, it is not a bar diagram. Yes, you can draw a bar diagram, but more appropriate answer is line diagram. The graph is normally used for line diagram. Many of the, in n numbers of cases, it is for even pie diagram is not a correct answer, pictogram is not a correct answer. The relationship between two variables say x and y, normally it is plotted on a graph in a form of a line. Bar diagram, you require a range. Is it all right? So, or you require a class length. Then bar diagram is more appropriate. Otherwise, it is line diagram. The general number of type of tabulations are, now understand, some of the questions are just given to increase the number of questions. This type of question should not be done. Someone says there are 2 types, someone says there are 10 types of tabulation, there are n numbers of them. Is it all right? This is also a controversial question, but try to understand in which the number of errors in statistics. You need to understand first what is hypothesis. Suppose I am doing a research whereby I am proving whether X is mad or not. See, what is my hypothesis? X is mad. Now I will be doing a research. If I can prove this, I will prove that X is mad. And if I cannot prove, I will prove that X is not mad. Is it alright? Or I can take a hypothesis, X is not mad. If I can prove this, I will prove that X is not mad. If I cannot prove it, I will prove that X is mad. Is it alright? Now, which are the 2 types of error? If you take this hypothesis, actually he is mad, but it is proved that he is not mad. Actually take this hypothesis and you prove that he is mad, but actually he is not mad. Is it alright? So in this sense, the number of error in statistics are divided into. It is appropriate, you just mug it up. This is again a controversial question. You someone type 3 error is also there in statistics, but if it is asked in examination, normally it will be not, but if it is asked in examination, you can tick mark. Cumulative frequency distribution is a statistical, it is also frequency distribution, but it is not just frequency, or it is neither distribution, it is frequency distribution. If these four options are given, most appropriate option is statistical table. An approximate idea of the shape of frequency is given by frequency polygon. Is it alright? See, what is a ultimately frequency curve is looking like this. Believe me, this is frequency, 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 this is frequency. Ogew's does not have frequency, it has cumulative frequency. So normally in this chart, it is related to frequency polygon and not Ogew's. Ogew's is having what? Cumulative frequency and not frequency. Ogew's is a line diagram, this all we all know. A representative value of the class interval, a representative value of the class interval for the calculation of mean. We are going to calculate this, it is class mark. We'll be understanding if the when we do mean, standard deviation, mean deviation. Cumulative frequency only refers to, now in the book this answer is given less than type, but you can take both types, less than, more than cumulative frequency type, but normally in all the calculation less than type is given. Sir, what if this is asked in examination? Normally it will be not, but if it is asked in examination, write down this answer, because your module says this answer, you should write down this answer, even if this answer is more correct. Yes, this is somewhat typical. An upper limit of any class is same as lower limit of next class. Now you understand, you are confused between lower class limit and lower class boundaries. Now understand, if the data is like this, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, then lower class limit and lower class boundaries and upper class limit and upper class boundary will remain same. Is it correct? But if the data is like this, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, what is lower class limit of this? Lower class boundary is 19.9, and this will be 29.9, upper class limit. What will be lower class boundary will be this, upper class boundary will be this. What will be lower class limit of this? 20, upper class limit 29. Next class, lower class limit 30, 39. Are this always same? The answer is no. So the answer is different. Yes, upper class limit of any class is not always different. Sometimes it is same, but it's not always same. The more appropriate answer is a different answer. Is it alright? So in a special lecture, I will be also explaining you how to solve the MCQs when they are confusing. So right now don't worry, watch that lecture and I'll explain you how to solve the MCQs. You need not write the correct answer. So this is the base I am giving. Which answer should be written? Not correct, most appropriate. We'll be solving n numbers of MCQs. I will be teaching you different styles of solving MCQs, but this is not a correct approach. This is a correct approach. You should tick mark most appropriate answer. For the construction of group frequency, class limit is required. Is it all? Class boundaries, class width is required, but first limit is required. Is it all? When the width of all the classes is same, the frequency polygon has not the same area as histogram. Understand? If the class length is same, if the class length is same, this will be your histogram. Believe me, this will be your polygon. will something look like this. So when the width of all the classes is same, frequency, polygon and histogram will be having same area. What is written will not be having a same area. So the answer given is false. Don't do this question. I feel the answer is incorrect, but don't do it, just skip it out. And ogive can be prepared in two ways: less than cumulative frequency ogives and more than cumulative frequency. Classification of data is of four types. How to classify it? Geographical, then we have done it. Let me see from the book. Classification of the data: chronological, time series, qualitative, quantitative. Time series, quantitative, qualitative. These are the four types. So classification of the data can be done into four types. All right. This was end of some of the doubts which you have given to me, and we have solved it in this manner. Thank you all the friends.